Okay, hi everybody. I wanted to do a map it out for September, just to help kind of see where we were at from August for points, and then see where we want to go for September and what we need to do to get there. And so something that's super helpful for me and several other people is to visualize that and kind of figure out what your numbers need to look like, because this is a numbers game. If you want to have a successful business, you need to have intentionality with it. And so that's why we're doing it at the beginning of the month, and we're going to make a plan. I'm going to show you how we kind of tangibly do that. And I have a little makeshift person we'll pretend with here shortly. But the very first thing I'm going to have us do is go to the virtual office. And so pull up your virtual office, and if you don't have the comp plan summary of how many points people give you when they order. So for example, 100 PV, level 1, that's 6 points. If you don't have that chart handy, I would highly recommend you going to your virtual office under the training center tab. Training center? Yeah. Under the training center tab, there's a resource library. You can click on that. I can actually, let me screen share a second and then I can show you. Screen share. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Okay, cool. So on the virtual office, I'm just going to quick show you, there's a lot of things back here, and I honestly have to dig back here more often to look, but under the training center tab, there's a resource library mini tab. If you click on the mini tab and go down, this is a great bunch of good stuff here, but if you click on additional resources where it says like comp plan, you know, in the description, that is where you would find some PDF hyperlinks, and that is where you can click on like the comp plan chart. Basically, it ends up pulling this up. I'm just going to show you here. Okay, can you see this little chart on the right? Okay, so this is what I utilize just to know how many points people count for when their orders go through, or if they decrease their subscription to, you know, just slim or something. Okay, so have that chart handy. It's nice to know with planning points, or if you are going to count out your points with subscriptions that are set for the month, you can at least kind of plan based on the subscriptions and what the PV is set for. So that is a helpful tool. Okay, let's get started. The very first thing, like I said, go to your virtual office, and we're going to go look at your points from last month. So if you click on points in rank, if you click on that box, that is going to bring you to this page. And on the left column always is the previous month. So the left column, in August, I ended with 923 points. And then the right column is what we are currently at as of today. And so 923 points. So the first goal, or first thing you want to write down in your sheet, is what you ended with in August, and identify what your goal is for this month. It doesn't have to be the next rank necessarily. It can just be meeting halfway. My goal is for sure to hit 1,000 points. And so that's not a rank. Emerald is 1,500 points. So my goal is to hit 1,000 points first. And so when you identify what your goal is, if you need help figuring out what your point goal should be, you can ask your sponsor for sure. But for example, like senior silver is 50 points, gold is 100 points. So if you're kind of, maybe if you're close to hitting senior silver, I would go beyond that and maybe aim for 60 or 70 points this month. So once you identify your goal, what I want you to do is, we need to know the difference between the last month and this month, obviously, but we want to account for some attrition. So what you're going to do is take your August points, so 923 for me, and I'm going to multiply by 0.9, so by 90%, to account for approximately 10% of attrition. It's not the same for everybody. It's not always that number, but it kind of gives you at least a few like safety nets for people that may turn their subscription off or bump it to the next month if they have an extra abundance of products, if they're not being consistent or something. So once you multiply your August points by 0.9, that gives you your new like attrition number of points from August. Okay, so write down that number. So for me, that would be, let's see, 830 basically. So 830. And so my goal is 1,000 points, for example. So you're going to take your goal for September and subtract your attrition based August point number. So the smaller number. And that is how many points you would need to grow to get to your goal, taking in consideration the attrition that may happen. And then you're going to divide that by, obviously not everyone is 5 points anymore. We have 2, 4, 6 more. So with, and with people's orders going through. And so if you divide, you can divide by 5, or if you have a little bit larger team, if you're a bigger gold, you can divide by like 4.8. And that will tell you how many orders approximately you would need, or new, people that have turned their subscription off, turning it back on. So new orders, that would tell you how many new orders you need. So mine would be 35 new orders to hit my 1,000 point goal, with taking in consideration the attrition that may happen. So 35. So those would be the numbers that you'll want to at least write down. So that way you can see, okay, I myself, when I make my map, this is going to be our friend Julie's map. But when I would make my map, I want to make sure I have 35 lines of new orders, and who will be like claiming those basically. Like, is my level 1 Ashley going to be claiming 8 of those? Is Abigail going to be claiming 5 of those, or her whole team? Like, she might sign 3, but maybe her other teammates will sign a couple. So I'm still going to say Abigail's going to sign 8 for her whole team, and I want to make sure my whole map adds up to my 35 new orders that I need to hit 1,000 points for my goal. So coming to the map point, this is where we're going to figure out, like I said, who will be claiming those spots, even if you aren't. It's not guaranteed. You can't predict the future. You don't know what's coming in September as far as who will sign up. You might not even be in conversations with some of these people yet. But we're going to practice with our friend Julie. So we're going to pretend that Julie, is this backwards? Or can you see it? Can you read it from like left to right?
If you might want to stop screen sharing, and then you'll be bigger.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Thank you.
I can't see.
Okay.
No, that's right.
Is that better? Okay. So we're going to practice with Julie. So Julie, let's say she is an August person that ended with 35 points. Okay. And really her goal, like, she wants to keep sharing. She loves the product. She's been on them for a little while, but her goal would be to obviously rank senior silver. And she's going to go for 75 points. And that might seem crazy to you guys to be like, wow, she's going to double, but she wants the, sign 3, get that extra $100 cash. So she's determined to sign 3 this month. And she is going to help a few other people duplicate as well, because duplication is key, really, if you're going to go beyond gold. So Julie, she has 3 current level 1s right now. So this is what I just did to figure out points. But basically, Julie is somebody that has 3 level 1s from that had ordered in August. So she has, Becky is her best friend. She has her skeptical Aunt Sarah, and then her husband Tom. Okay, that's where her 3 level 1s come in. Well, Becky is her best friend. She's not really good on social media, but she is a very social lady, and she has signed, as you can see, Becky has signed 2 people previously in the past couple months. So she has 2 people under her on her team. And so that's why Julie has 2 level 2s, because those are right there. And then her husband Tom, she has enrolled one of Tom's coworkers under her husband Tom. So that's where that other one comes into play. Okay. Julie also has a preferred customer who just orders ProBio 5, and that's 25 PV, and that counts for 2 points. Okay, if you don't know what points are, if you don't know who counts for what points, that's where you want to look at your chart again for, if they're ordering triplex and they're a level 1, they're going to be 6 points. But if they are a level 2, that automatically means they would be 5 points. So it's just nice to know, look at the chart. That little compensation plan graphic chart. So going forward now, we want the it's July, or sorry, it's September 2. And she already signed Jordan. Okay, Jordan is a coworker of Julie's. So Jordan just enrolled today. And Julie's goal, like I said, is to sign 3 this month because she needs to add basically, let's say 35. She needs to add 40 points this month. And so that would be approximately 8 orders. And so she's going to count for 3 of those. Okay. So she's claiming 6 + 6 + 6, 18. I like to put the numbers here now because it's not everyone 5 points. It's nice to know that, okay, that's 18 points right here. And sometimes I like to add it as I go. So 35 plus the 18. Or if you know that she just needs to make 40 new points, she has 18 right here. And then she always, when she enrolls people, tells people about you can earn referral bonuses because you have a referral link. And when you do that in the first 30 days, you get $400 actually right now. Because between going fast start silver, regular silver, and the sign 3 get 100 bonus, that's and then with all the regular bonuses, that would be approximately $400. Okay, so Jordan's like, yes, that would be great. I need to pay for some extra things this month. So she's going to really focus on helping Jordan go fast start. And that's where her 3 new level 2s will come into play. And those are 5 points each. Okay, so here we have 18, here we have 15. Add those together. Oh my word, guys. 33 points. Okay. And so 33 points out of the 40 that she needs to go to her goal. So she still needs to get some more. Well, her friend Becky has 2, remember? So it's always nice to look at your team. Who has already signed 1 or 2? Could they go silver? That's a $100 bonus. Even if it's not fast start, they can go silver, and that's a rank up. So that would be a $100 bonus. So Becky, like I said, she's not really on social media, but she talks to everybody. So she's going to sign 1 more. She talked to her friend Becky, be like, hey, would you want to earn $130 this month? Because just from Becky adding 1 more, that would be approximately 35 from enrolling 1 person. But that 1 person will make her silver because her other 2 people are ordering again this month. So that would be 130. So sometimes it's nice if people are driven by numbers, if you can figure out like, hey, they're only 1 or 2 away from a rank up, kind of calculate it for them what they will be making with ranking up, adding however many people, and telling them, hey, would you want to make that? Would that be, $135 be helpful this month? If you just add 1 more, you're going to get that because you'll get the silver bonus. Okay. So she's going to do that. So that will be another 5 points for her. Okay. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20 plus the 18. So 20 plus 18 is 38 points. Okay. So we said she needs 40 points to hop from this to this. So we only need 2 more points, right? She could, you get a little creative. You can add a preferred customer, really seek out maybe someone she's asked in the past that has been hesitant because of cost. Maybe they just want to sign as an ambassador or as a preferred customer. Maybe they just need a probiotic right now. A preferred customer ordering 25 PV, guys, counts for 2 points. Okay, it still is beneficial. So if she enrolls somebody with, sorry, not enrolls, but signs up for preferred customer with ProBio 5, that will be 2 points. Okay. You always want to obviously like shoot over a little bit. It's just nice to have that safety net. So obviously don't just try to get the exact number, but that is how you would map it out. And for Jordan, like I said, I like to put the number of what they would be making if it's going to be a significant amount. So I kind of just totaled it up for Julie for herself, because pretend Julie is your level 1. You could make a map for her like this and say, Julie, look at all, would you want to earn $560 this month? Julie, that's a big number. Here's how we could do it. It's not exact. It might not happen exactly like this, but it gives you a game plan and helps you focus your time where it's needed to help grow, especially with people that maybe have expressed interest or have said that cost is as a barrier. You're going to help Jordan do a 15-minute chat this week. Maybe it's just a little group chat. It doesn't have to be an event. Just say, hey, we're going to hop in a little group chat. I'll share my testimony and see if they want to get enrolled. Okay. So I essentially, to approximate what Julie would make this month, I just totaled up these new bonuses. So, you know, like everyone that enrolls, it's $20 basically for a smaller welcome pack. So you can approximate that. If all your level 2s are signing up with a smaller welcome pack, that's $5 only for a business builder bonus, but that still counts for something. So you have like 20, 40, 60, and then you have 5, 10, 15, 20. So 20 plus the 60, that's like $80. And then when she would be going, like, obviously she would surpass senior silver bonus, which would be 150. She's also going to sign the 3, that's another 100. If you ever help someone fast start, you get half of their rank up bonus. So Jordan, a rank up to silver is 100. That's a $100 bonus. Well, if she helps him do it fast start, she gets 50 because she helped him do it in a fast time. She was a great sponsor. She helped him get there. So all of those, and then taking into consideration 75 pay points times $2.80 a pay point approximately. That would be the compensation basically. So all of those added together, we have that number. Okay. That is a helpful visual tool, especially if people are like maybe interested, say they have struggles with finances. Obviously, you would first want to get them to silver and just be like, hey, if you have 3 friends join, you would earn currently $300 if it's been more than 30 days that they've enrolled, or $400 if they've enrolled in the past 30 days. And then once they do, if you have somebody that has a couple people on their team, then you could do a small thing like this for them and just say, hey, would you be interested in earning this much money this month? Okay, not everyone's motivated by numbers, but that is a way to do that. So I'm going to show us, I'm going to screen share a second. Again, back in the virtual office, how do you figure out like who would be adding? Maybe you're like, I only have one person that's, added one person to my team. Well, you can look and see if anyone else has added anyone, or if you have a bigger team, I'm just going to show you. I like to sort my team by team points. So under points and rank, you can just sort by team points. Oh, I'm going to flip to August though, from the previous month. So yeah, if you have a smaller team, if you are, gold or probably more like senior silver and below, you usually know like who are my 1 or 2 people who have duplicated, and focus still on developing them to silver, because those are all points. And obviously if those people are sticking on their products longer because they have their products covered, they will help your retention. So I like to scroll over and sort by team points. If you click, the biggest ones will come to the top. So then I like to know who my top leaders are and to say like, hey, you were at this last month. I really want to help you get to gold, or I really want, that would be this person, or I want to help get you to a 225 mark or something, and like figure out what, obviously ask them what their goals are. But that would be a helpful thing to see like, okay, I could think like she could, this is her goal. She's going to go for gold. They're going to add, they want to add 8 people to be able to do that. And that way, out of my 35 that I need, I know these people, this person would get me 8. And you kind of keep going through that. So that's one helpful thing that I like to do as your teams grow. Let's see. But like I said, if you only have 1 or 2 people that have added 1 or 2, maybe they've added their aunt or something, obviously see if you can do a 15-minute chat for them or their aunt, maybe together, to get them to silver. And with your new people, really emphasize the fast start bonuses. That's $400. That's nuts. So I hope that was helpful. If you guys have questions, please ask. But visualizing is huge to be able to kind of fill them in as they go. Then as your team grows this month, you can write them in, adjust things as needed. Maybe Tom ends up talking about it with another coworker instead. So anyways, that is that. I will end this. So for those of you watching the recording, I feel bad. I should have told you, pause it as you're going or go back to whatever section you needed to work on if you're going to work on this as you do it. So that's it. I'm going to stop the recording. Bye, guys.